Okay, I'm just going to do one simple curl to start with. Now usually I wouldn't press so heavily, but hopefully it will just allow you to see it a little clearer. Now here we have the ribbon going up, over and curling round. At the moment there's lots of lines and it can look a little bit confusing, so we have to connect up. So here where there is a cross, we pull that line to flow into that one, and then we would rub out that little bit of a line there. Hopefully now that should look a little bit clearer, that it's going up and under and coming over. So we need to do the same on the other side too. Just connecting that line together and rub out the little bit that you wouldn't see. You might just need to pop that back in. Now again, we've got lines crossing over each here, so we wouldn't see all of these different lines. You have to make a decision which part of the ribbon you want to be on top and which bit underneath. So as these are the shorter lines, we'll pop that one over the top. Okay, so hopefully now it should be clear that we have a ribbon curling up, over and then back down. So now we need to start to add tone. Where the ribbon goes up to a point underneath is where we need to start to add the darkest tone. So we can work quite heavily in with the pencil and then start to blend out. So I'm just using a 2B pencil. You don't need to work along the entire ribbon. Some of it we will leave the mid-tone of the paper. But hopefully that now should start to create that look of shadow coming up over the curl. Because it's also curving up and under here, we also need to add tone under here too. So up into that point and then blending down. I'm working the pencil in the direction or the flow of the ribbon. I'm not working across it. I'm working down and along. And again, we just blend the tones out. So we go from dark to light. Sometimes you can just smudge with your finger as well, just to make that smoother. We also need to create a highlight on the ribbon, so it looks as if it's catching the light, and we're going to do that with chalk. I'm going to just work the chalk in little short lines and create kind of an H, longer at the edges and shorter in the middle. And I'm doing that at the very top of the curve. Again, I'm just going to blend and soften those tones just up on the edge. And if you've gone over the line a little bit, don't worry, that can just rub out. I'm just going to blend that in a little bit more. So this highlight just gives you that suggestion that it's a satin ribbon and that it's catching the light. Also, as you come down here, the ribbon is curving out, so we could put a highlight down here as well. Now that is the technique. The only difference between this example and this one here is the fact that we've continued to flow the ribbon up and around, but the technique is exactly the same. Every time the curl goes under, you use dark pencil tones, and every time the ribbon comes up and over, you use the chalk to create the highlight. So you can have a go at experimenting with different tonal background papers and also colour. You could try this using paint, or you could use different coloured chalks. Great, have a go.